flank, or hey, if you spawn in the middle, take up a sniping position, use the prop mod to bait ships, and avoid shots while hunting for cruisers and broadside opportunities. Overall, guys, I feel a little light on my knowledge of Tier 8 battleships since they have been out for less than 12 hours as of the making of this video. I've played Main a little bit. She's kind of fun, but I haven't got to delve into the others yet. After this video is over, I'm going to go test them out. But Republic, I think, is a solid battleship at the tier with a pretty unique playstyle, and you guys know how I feel about unique ships. It's kind of like she's a hybrid between Montana and Yamato, a little more punchy guns than Montana, but a faster reload, and then also the top speed that's pretty good in the AA performance of Montana. Overall, right now, I think we're all going to want a Tier 8 premium ship, so I see this absolutely being worth the 2,500 doubloons for the ship. Yeah. Have you guys been testing out the Tier 8 battleships? If so, let me know in the comment section down below which one you think is the king as of now. It sounds like, from what I'm hearing, Fred might be the weakest, possibly, maybe the Azuma after that, and then the Main, and then the Savetsky Suyaz might be the king of the tech trees right now. But I might be wrong. Let me know what you guys think. On that note, I would appreciate you smashing the like button. It'll only take a second and will help me out a ton. Anyways, I appreciate the support as always, guys. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out as we cover these other Tier 8 ships. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.
Today we got a game in the Alaska for you. That's Einstein. He's the Halloween commander. Not Boger the blacksmith. That's the guys. But we're continuing our 4th of July weekend coverage of the Legendary Edition Alaska, of course. Warriors Path, capture the base. And versatility. The Alaska power battleship and kind of cruisers. Bill involved with in this game. So without there being a domination mode capture points over here, you never really know. Red or blue for that matter are going to commit assets to this eastern side of here. I always want to go over here and check it. And the team from that direction, but full battleships trailing us over here, and ideally we'd like to get them in firing position as quickly as possible, because if I pop around here and there's a few enemy ships, kind of fun. We're not going to have west, which is fine. I'm not too concerned about the spotting issues. If we determine there's a destroyer over here, then we can maybe radar him and attack him that way. But otherwise, it's one of the more durable ships, in my view, in that regard. Grover was coming around broadside. We got a mines that was angled in, so we're going to take the shot first into Grover, just to see if we get a decent shot or damage. 7,000, not too bad here. Mines charging in. Someone already gave him a hearty whack. He's showing the broadside. Oh god, not a good idea with the Alaska close range here. We go fire with the farm turrets, and boom, there he goes with a Hegon death strike. Start the match. And the Baltimore is probably seeing that like, okay, let's not get too close to that thing. Probably a good idea. So he's continuing kind of way. Some shot, but we're trying to back up, just create a little bit more space. I don't want the Grover to get into secondary range unnecessarily. Just kind of preparing to perhaps spot if need be. We're not taking too much damage, kind of playing with the throttle going forward and backward, throwing off their aim a little bit, and we're still securing, juicy 10K salvos like the last one on the Grover. Finally, we got one of the battleships moving in front of us to take some damage. And those two ships in their zest to get away from us wind up hitting each other and slowing each other down. So at this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, we got 3 or 4 ships stacked directly on top of each other over here. That's not good strategy, so I'm going to back up just a little bit, and then I'm going to head basically right in the center of the map. If these guys want to go the 2 ships to the north that we're fighting, if they want to go back towards their base, we'll have crossfire shots there. We also have a battleship heading this way from their base. I'd like to hit in on the side as well. So that's the current thinking. But we can see 1 red destroyer currently spotted on the map there. We're of course checking the map here, trying to figure out where they are at this point in time. Not currently spotted, but now we see the enemy is actually on the base. So plans change. We're going to go ahead and ping the base a few times just to alert our teammates to the fact that there is a problem here. And this is going to be actually fairly remarkable. Almost basically the entire team turns around to defend the base, which I don't know if I've ever seen that before. I mean, usually my advice always is if once you figure out how important defending the base is, capture the base mode, once you've internalized that into your own thinking, then it becomes your responsibility to defend the base in most cases, just because usually your team won't care. They don't pay attention. You know, since they lose the majority of their games anyways, they're not, it doesn't matter if they win or lose, they're just there to sail around, shoot things. So, you know, we're heading back. I'm going to change my heading a little bit once in a while now. I'm keeping an eye on the spot at Icon because we do have Ingenious on this build, and it's going to tell us when we're being targeted by a ship that has us actively selected. There's the number 1, targeted with the main guns. Okay, now this is a tactic you can use as created cruisers. When you're fighting destroyers, if you have Ingenious, if they switch to torpedo view, that 1 will drop off, and then once it pops back on, you can assume they launched the torps and then have brought up their guns again. For really savvy destroyer players might just keep it in torpedo mode the whole time, just so to kind of counter that awareness that you can get by using the Ingenious card. Akatsuki does give us 1 torp there, kind of a nasty chunk of damage. We got him radar, the team is shooting at him, doing a great job here, and now we know that he's launched his torps. It's going to be a while, so we could just charge right in. Our sonar is about to run out, but now we've kind of flushed him all the way cloud. He's shooting back. He's going to be permanently spotted. Catching on fire doesn't help his concealment at all either, and we'll just go and zap this Akatsuki and Oblivion. So good job for the team there. Look at all of them kind of coming back. Kind of a unique situation though, provided an interesting gameplay aspect where we basically had great map control. We controlled basically the equator and had red kind of push back. You can see all the red grayed out ships that are way up north, basically on the line that their base is on, which means blue was really good. But since we all kind of came back, I'm expecting red, if they're paying attention, to be charging down. Like if I'm the 3 ships on the northeast corner, I'd be basically approaching the equator at this point in time, the midline of the game. And then same thing with the 3 or 4 red ships in the northwest. They should have swarmed that 1 battleship that was down there, but they really slow played it there. I think this eastern flank, they're going to do a little bit better job, though, reclaiming some territory. You're about backing up. What's going on here? You can't shoot anything. Why would you back up? Makes no sense to me. I guess he's waiting for reinforcements or something. Love to shoot the Minotaur. Always would like to shoot the Minotaur, but unfortunately it's not in range. So now we're kind of getting back into that spot that I was planning on redeploying to in the first place. Once we kind of decided we're not going to sit on the eastern, whatever that is, G line or whatever, with the 3 or 4 ships that were stacked on top of each other. Now I was just trying to get in over here and get a middle position in the board, and you can see there's the Grover actually moving forward like we were advocating. So they did a good job reclaiming territory on the east here. I think
¿Qué pasó?
Grover and
no pasa, hay más fruta, me he agarrado una nueva.
however, we do know
Sí hay,
map
sí hay.
access to
¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fruta fue? ¿Una manzana, un mango, una mandarina? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fue? ¿Qué fruta fue?
Okay, so we're just going to be taking shots here.
¿Qué fruta fue, mi amor?
Try and whittle him down, help our team.
¿Rojo, una manzana?
Forward as quickly as possible. It can be kind of difficult to deal with when it's pointed directly at you. But because
Entonces, ¿qué fruta fue?
we're able to get some party wax on.
Es que no sé, me tienes que decir qué fruta es, mi amor.
I'd love to shoot this side as well, plus some radar. And we have the game's sole remaining destroyer at this point in time, so very valuable. That radar is indeed always valuable, of course, but listen, getting off the board if possible. So I think he probably has ingenious. It seems like he's reacting to the fact that he's being targeted. Approaching his cap, which is captured by us. He was just trying to juke any potential beetle on that. Here on the map, we see another contender pop up, Georgia. Most ranked.